The concrete etch creates a microscopic texture in the concrete, helping the epoxy coating to bond to the floor. Before you start mixing the concrete etch, make sure you put on protective eyewear and gloves. Keep the garage doors open for ventilation. An important note: the floor must be damp before applying and stay wet throughout the entire etching process. If needed, mist the floor with a hose before you apply the concrete etch. For this step, you'll need your 3 to 5 gallon bucket and something to stir with. Do not use the bucket or stir sticks included in the kit. Those are reserved for the epoxy. Fill your bucket with 2 gallons of clean water. Add the concrete etch and mix until it's completely dissolved. Pour the concrete etch evenly over the floor in sections. You might notice a slight odor or bubbling on the floor when applying the concrete etch. This is normal. Using a stiff scrub brush, vigorously scrub the concrete etch into the concrete. Remember, the floor must remain damp through the entire concrete etch process. So mist the floor with a hose before it starts to dry. Pay extra attention to tire tracks and areas where your car tires sit. High traffic areas get the most heat and abrasion, so they'll need extra elbow grease to open the pores of the concrete and promote better adhesion of the epoxy. Leave the concrete etch on the floor for at least 15 minutes. Do not let the concrete etch dry on the floor. If needed, lightly mist the floor with a hose to ensure it remains wet for the entire 15 minutes. Next, thoroughly rinse the floor at least 3 times to ensure no concrete etch is left behind. The etch rinse will not hurt grass or plants. Squeegee water out of the garage each time you rinse the floor, being sure to remove any pooled water. Now we wait and let the floor dry, and it must be completely dry for the epoxy to adhere correctly. Let the floor dry for 24 hours or longer.